What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Slap After Hours. I'm your host, the Fight Analyst, and with me on this episode is a couple of great guys. I appreciate them joining us. Babyface, Anthony Blackburn, and comeback kid Amir. I know I'm going to butcher your last name, so you can say it for us.
Nuruddin, baby, y'all know what the fuck going on.
What's up, guys? I appreciate you're joining us with me tonight. So yeah, how's it going? How you guys doing?
We are, stuck waiting. We got, a little bit less than 24 hours for Power Slap 6. We're pumped.
We're high as hell. We're anxious. We're waiting.
Let's go, boys.
Hey! We got another one joining us here.
Let's go.
What's up, man? I appreciate you joining us. Andrew Fields, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I just want to I appreciate you guys joining me here. Power Slap 6 is on tap tomorrow night. I'm excited. How are you guys feeling about this upcoming event?
Oh, dude, I'm pumped. Like, it sucks not to be on it, but the fights that are on it, man, they're going to be bangers. And there's a lot of stuff that could happen. I've seen a few guys that looked like they looked a little dehydrated, in my opinion. And I just hope that they take it easy and drink their water. Otherwise,
in other words, a bunch of dudes look like shit. You're going to see them go to sleep tomorrow night.
Well,
that's live on Rumble.
That's what I'm here for. You guys are here for because, I want to, now there's betting involved, right? And I'm the fight analyst, so I like breaking down fights, MMA, UFC, boxing, all the 9 yards. And now I'm getting into Power Slap. I did my tape study today because there's some guys I did not really know too well. But that's why I have you guys here because I want you guys to give me your input on some of these matchups, helping put money in some people's pockets. That's what we're here for. But before we get into that, I kind of want to get some of you guys' backstories, because that's why I got into Power Slap more in the last year or so, a little bit later, because I was like everybody. I was an outsider that really didn't like it too much because it was quite hard to watch you guys just get hit and get knocked the fuck out. I mean, it's not for the faint at heart, right?
Oh no, my old lady still hates it. She doesn't like watching it at all.
It's hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. Just seeing you guys go limp and just you guys, your eyes rolling back in your heads. It's not easy to watch. But
it's not for the soft. That's for sure. Because anybody, any day, you could go up there and be the hardest man in the sport, and you could go to sleep. Every dog has his day, and it might just be your day to be on the canvas. You never know. But you also can't go in there with that in your mind. Otherwise, you're going to end up on that canvas every time.
That was well spoken, sweetheart. I love that.
I mean, you know how it is, man. All these new guys, I'm kind of biased towards a lot of these fights because the OGs are some of the homies at this point. And the new guys, they seem really good. A lot of them have great potential. And I think the new guys that did well on the show, these fights are going to be a real test. They got to fight each other on the show, but now they're going to fight guys that have real experience, certified chins, certified bombs for hands. So we get to see what these guys actually got, and I think it's going to be exciting as hell.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, Ultimate Fighter got me into UFC back in Ultimate Fighter 1, so it was way back in the day. And what got me more into Power Slap is, the show, The Road to the Title, because you guys have backstories. You guys are human beings. You guys aren't just nobodies that just want to go out there, get hit in the face and hit somebody else in the face. You guys aren't doing it just for the fame. It's just because, you think you're better than somebody else. And you come from, your beginnings and, here you guys are now in a growing sport that still has a lot of, naysayers, but so did the UFC back in the day. There is barbaric. It was human cockfighting and all this, all that. And you guys are, like you said, the OGs, right? You guys are from the beginning, the very, very beginning of a brand new sport where, Dana White believes it has so much potential. So imagine someone like Dana White backing a brand new sport. And
Dana
really
driving this has been a huge factor in its success. If it was anyone besides Dana, it wouldn't be where it is. And I'll say that because there's another organization. They've been around longer, but they don't have near the viewership, near the numbers. It's just Dana can take anything and make it big. He just chose slap fighting, and he brought it to a lot of our eyes because I didn't really know much about it before I watched Power Slap and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's been kind of a blessing to everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, piggybacking off of what Field said, Dana's like a nice motor fresh out the box, and we're just like we're the body of a car, you know what I'm saying? Dana's just that missing piece that fucking projects us, makes us money, and it's just a perfect recipe when Dana's involved, to be honest with you. Can't really go wrong with him as our boss.
Yeah, you know, I want to get you guys' backstory, right? Where you guys have come from. What's your background going into Power Slap, and how did you guys come where you guys are now? Let's start with Fields. Let's start with you.
Let me save mine for last.
So, I mean, I'm not really like I didn't come from like the best upbringing, you know, around a lot of ex-convicts, drug addicts, in and out of between my grandmother and my parents' house. Kind of started couch hopping around at 14, always got into trouble. Luckily, I got into my trouble young, so I learned to, when I did get to be an adult, I kind of chilled out a lot. And I've always been into combat sports and stuff, but never really been serious about training just because of everything that's going on in life, because life doesn't stop just because you're trying to do something else. So it never really panned out to where I could really chase that. And then I saw this opportunity come, and I just threw my hat in the ring and decided to try and do something better.
I like it. What about you, Babyface?
So for me, just being super competitive growing up, you know, I had a really good childhood, grew up middle class, you know, two great parents and stuff, you know, never had to ask for much. So growing up, you know, our generation, me being 32, I'm a little bit, you know, on the older side in the roster. You know, we had no internet when I was growing up, so we played outside all the time, and I always, you know, excelled at most sports and most every, you know, all the activities. I was pretty good at them, and individual sports, it seemed like I was, you know, more, I guess, successful at those. So this being an individual sport, I saw myself, you know, as soon as I seen highlights and stuff, it's like, oh, I could probably be pretty competitive at it. So I gave it a shot. And signing up, I kind of didn't think they were gonna answer. There's a little, you know, little voice in the back of your head wishing that you get that call, and it happened, you know, call or text or whatever, but it happened, and it was, you know, life changing for me. I wouldn't know, like a lot of these guys, we talk every day. Andrew, we talk every day, and keep up with each other's lives. Amir, same thing. A lot of these guys that, you know, they're not on here today. Some of them are in Vegas, and you know, there's been a brotherhood and a family that we've built off of this sport that a lot of other people don't see.
That's awesome, you know, because you guys are all in this together. I know you guys are competing against each other, trying to knock each other out, but at the end of the day,
I mean, literally, we just fought last event.
and here you guys are talk every day. It's like nothing.
No, that's my boy. Even like right after he broke my nose, I told him, I was like, bro, you just broke.
We went and had White Castle.
Yeah, and then we had White Castle, stayed up all night, caught a flight the next morning, bro. Like, was on Xbox that next week. He came and saw me in Pittsburgh when my daughter was up there. We got tacos and just chilled out.
That's pretty dope. So,
yeah, they're so cute.
Amir, let's hear your backstory.
So, I wrestled from like 6th grade all the way up to like when I graduated high school. I always got second. I was never able to get a gold medal for anything. Districts, regionals, state. I always just came runner up. So I got a full ride scholarship to wrestle in college at a school over here in Moses Lake in Washington, and I signed with them, and I was practicing with them for like a week. I was getting ready to like move into my dorm and start paying for my dorm because that was the only thing I had to pay for. And my fucking dad passed away. Just had a sudden heart attack and died all of a sudden. So that kind of killed all of my all of my dreams and my motion for going to college and wrestling in college or whatever. So I dropped out, and me and my mom like just took care of all the bills for the funeral, getting them cremated and stuff. And I think like 2 months, like a month and a half, 2 months after that, like one of my homeboys called and he like pulled out of a fight because he like broke his arm or something, and he asked me to fill in for him. And I hadn't like done an MMA fight or anything ever. So on a whim, I just took it, and I ended up just beating the absolute piss out of this kid. So I stuck with it for a while. I met KO Chris because me and him were supposed to fight 3 different times for like a year and a half, 2 years. I was trying to fight him, and he just pulled out on all of our fights. So on the third time he pulled out, I heard that he was going to Power Slap. So essentially, I just followed his ass. Fucking, I heard that he was going on the TV show or whatever, and fucking Mike Smooth, he starts hitting me up and said, dude, I should sign up, whatever. And I didn't sign up for anything. Next thing I know, fucking Power Slap's calling me. They want me on the show. And I've been here ever since.
That's a wild story. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably one of the wilder stories we're probably hearing.
Yeah, like damn, bro.
That's a good backstory. See, that's the thing, you know. Like I said, people don't know you guys as real people. They just see you as doing Power Slap. So they don't know
we're real
you.
people. We got real jobs, real bills, real problems.
Real problems. You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Real
And
problems.
they just think you do this stupid shit because you got nothing else better to do, but that's not the case. You know what I mean? You guys are doing it because you want to compete. You like it.
It's an
thoroughly
outlet.
enjoy it.
It's something else. It's something besides work or home. Like it's something besides the game. It's something besides doing chores. Like it's something other than the mundane everyday routine that you just get in once you hit being an adult and life really takes over and starts happening. And like Anthony said, we've built a brotherhood out of this. Like Chris Debo, that's one of my like best friends at this point, and he's the first guy I ever fought. Like when I met him, I wanted to hate him so bad, but like immediately we clicked and was like, I was like, dude, you like Tenacious D? And he was like, you like Tenacious D? And like ever since then, like I thought Amir was annoying as hell in the comments on everything. And then I met him in Vegas, and like hell, we vibe out. Like everybody likes to talk shit. We all talk shit to each other in the group chat. Like it's just what it is. It's just been a blessing all around.
Yeah, fucking dudes that I never thought that I would end up hanging out with or liking, like now they're a part of my family, and I could put a picture of them up on my fridge. You know what I'm saying?
That's sweet.
Such maybe not Fields, maybe it's Davey.
Come on, no, it's because you don't got to put me on the fridge because you see me in your dreams every night.
Right.
All right, so like I said, I appreciate you guys giving us a little backstory for the viewers out there that really don't know too much about you guys. But let's get into the nitty gritty, right? We got Power Slap 6 on tap tomorrow night. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Live and free on Rumble, baby.
He said it before. Live and free on Rumble. I love it. So let's start off, right? I got the card here. Let's see if I can present it. No, shit. I'll get it. Don't worry, guys. There we go.
So take your time. I ain't doing shit tonight.
Okay. That's not it. There.
Oh, we got Will Doty in the chat. Let's go.
Hey.
The Chin Reaper.
Old Rim Seeper.
Jesus.
He said Warriors and Amir.
I'm still signed with Power Slap, baby.
All right, let's kick things off. Let's start at the top, right? We have Christopher Thomas, the main event, KO Chris, taking on Emmanuel No Love Muniz.
And new.
Then right now, KO Chris minus 300 comeback on Muniz plus 240. We'll start with comeback kid. Who do you got in this one and why?
Bet the motherfucking house on Manny, dog. Chris is going to sleep. Boy. He's one that gets fucking bums for all of his fights. Like 5-0 by knockout. Okay, but you went against guys that literally had never had a fight in their life, had never gotten touched in the face by I don't even know what to say right now, but they haven't been touched by anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, how is that even applicable to being something great besides on paper? He's gonna go to sleep.
Fields, who you got?
The way I see it, I don't like those odds. I think Manny's proven he has a chin. Like he's went against some of the hardest hitters in the division. He was up in middleweight and was going against some of the hardest hitters in middleweight, and he's not went to sleep. He hasn't been sat down. Not that
He sat down Debo.
I mean, other than that, and there's been, since Chris has competed, there's been quite a few rule changes. Things have switched around a little bit. We've all had to adapt and get used to that. So I think there's a lot from Chris. We'll see. Like, he's been hit twice with some pillow soft hits, in my opinion. So we'll really see if he does have a chin. But I think he looked kind of sick at his weigh-in today. So that's one of the guys I said, if he doesn't take his time and actually hydrate, he needs to focus on hydrating instead of eating, in my opinion, because if not, that's a good way to get knocked out.
Yeah, he's fucking in his hotel room eating barbecue chips right now. He ain't fucking drinking no water, eating no apples or nothing. Eating barbecue chips.
Barbecue
Yeah,
chips.
see, that's a bad decision.
Dipping them in honey mustard.
This level of this sport, like, you've got to come correct or it's going to be bad news.
All right, Babyface, who you got?
I'm going with Manny as well on this one.
Unanimous. Ooh.
Put the house on.
You know, we could all get proven wrong, and it could be Chris. It could be Chris proving all the haters wrong, and he is the fucking truth, and he is the king, and 170 better. Like me, I better be scared. Like, look out. But I don't think that's the case. You know, there's a lot of factors that play into it here. Let's see. Chris has been off for a year. There's been some rule changes. I think the referee.
What rule changes are there? So that
they're
people
more
that don't know, like myself.
They're more tight on like flinching and clubbing and stepping. They're really just tight on everything now.
Okay.
They have instant replay. They use instant replay more. They check shit out more.
Okay.
This is so he's used to one round. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a 5-round fight.
Right.
Oh, it's 5 rounds. This one.
Yeah. 5 rounds of Manny fucking whipping that ass, boy.
Wow. 5 rounds is that's a game changer.
Right.
I think
5 rounds of Manny whooping that ass.
Another big factor is, you know, like Fields was saying, hydration. These guys during the show, and I don't know if you obviously watched the show, they're definitely not 170 pounds, definitely not 180 pounds.
Yeah.
And I talked to Manny, you know, a little personally here and there, just a little messages and whatnot. He said he was over 200 during the show.
Yeah, but he knows how to cut weight. Chris has never cut weight in his life.
Yeah, he did. He cut for Power Slap 1. He was doing the same shit. He had a sauna in his room. He had a sauna in his room for Power Slap 1, trying to make weight.
Really?
You know?
That's interesting.
He was struggling then.
I should have said he doesn't know how to cut weight.
I think it just plays a factor, the experience in dropping that weight slow and healthily over time.
Right.
Instead of
Manny was first to weigh in and go rehydrate faster. You know what I'm saying? He got it done right away.
Yeah, he looked good hopping on the scale. Like, the weight cut wasn't anything for him, and Chris just looked like piss walking up there. Like, he was about to fucking fall over. His eyes were like baggy as hell. Then that little yell that he tried to do, like, his fucking throat was all dry. He needed to fucking drink a little water before doing that. Wet the whistle.
We could get humbled. We could get humbled big time.
But like, we look at the odds, right? Minus 300 on a guy that's never seen round 2, correct? Never.
He
seen round
has.
2? He has.
Well,
okay, so
maybe.
What's the first?
He knocked out Slap Jesus in round 2.
Okay,
right.
So, pardon my mistake.
And I think Waylon he knocked out in round 2 when he fought Waylon.
That was round 1 because Waylon won the toss. Pop, okay. Round 1.
No, I thought this was the first toss Chris has lost.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, meaning like Waylon.
So, but yeah, round 2.
Okay. So he's gone to round 2. All right. So
He's still garbage.
part
I don't care.
I just feel like the odds are off. I think it's gonna be a competitive match. And normally when I'm looking at fights, right, from like this is from my MMA background, in that I'm looking at value. I don't see any value in KO Chris here at -300 against a game Manny. He's not going to be knocked out. So, I mean, he should be there for all 5 rounds. So
Right,
that means it's going to be a very close fight to where there's no way I can see Chris really, covering that -300 price tag unless he's getting an early knockout, which I don't see happening.
Yeah, I don't.
Like that's the fucking the Hail Mary fucking bet.
Yeah.
That's if
But
the craziest shit happens. You know what
he's
I'm saying?
got one receiver running downfield, and we got 4 TVs back there. That's the Hail Mary play he's running right now. I don't fucking think so, bro. I really don't think so.
That'd be good to get a new, title holder in there with Manny, right?
Switch up the rankings. KO
Right,
Chris
new
is going to
breed.
go to a different sport, maybe like Jiu-Jitsu or something.
All right, let's keep it moving. We have a lightweight match between Sheena Bathory and Jackie Cataline. Right now, Sheena -260 to come back on Jackie +200. We'll start with Fields. Who do you got in this one?
Okay, so for this one, we've seen Sheena compete. We've seen her get 2 knockouts so far in this sport. So, I mean, she's there. We've seen her take slaps and then deliver the knockouts. So we know she has a pretty decent chin. We've never seen anything from Jackie, but, I mean, she looks pretty decent. She looked like she did the weight cut pretty healthily. So, I mean, this one's going to be exciting. I'm not going to really choose on this one. I favor Sheena because I've seen what Sheena can do. But this is one that I think we may or could be surprised on because we've never seen Jackie compete.
I got you on that. Babyface, who you got?
I'm gonna say Sheena on this one. I think she looked a little bit bigger. I know last time they had to make 145, and she had a real struggling hard time with that one. So I'm sure this weight cut was a lot easier. She's going to be a little bit more comfortable up there tomorrow. Jackie's new, obviously. She has a lot of fighting experience with the, national wrestling team for 21 years. Jesus. That's crazy. So she's definitely a warrior. So we'll see how her chin is.
Yeah. Come back,
It's a different
I think,
it's a different thing, and this is one thing I want to say real quick too.
Yeah,
because Jackie had made a post on her story or something,
I was gonna
or her
say
Instagram, and she said, she's been in fights before, and she said this isn't a fight. So I'm excited to see what happens when she's up there on the table and takes a strike, and we'll see if it's a fight then.
Right, but yeah, like he was saying, she made that post kind of just disrespecting us as a whole. And I'm not going to stand for that. The only person that's going to disrespect anybody here is me, God damn it. So basically, I know, like, just from the way, what she was saying, the way she was acting, that she's not even ready for this. She's going to go out there and think that this is just a little slap or something, but she's going to get cracked by Sheena, and she's going to get knocked the fuck out in round 1.
Who won the toss on that one? Who strikes first?
I think she did. So she's going to pop Sheena, and Sheena's going to fucking blow her a kiss and sit her the fuck down, and that's all she wrote. Sheena's getting a bonus.
Do you think Jackie fouls?
Yeah, maybe. Probably. Never thrown
She's
a slap
new.
before. Unless she's fucking trading on the bob at Sheena's height, not slapping, or not stepping, not clubbing. But I doubt it.
That's hard.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, see, I didn't see this post. If you're coming into this thinking it's not shit because, it's a slap, then you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
That's how you get knocked out, right, guys?
Yeah, the last person that thought that got knocked the fuck out. And I don't know
who was that?
who that was.
I want to know. Like, I need to get in on this drama because I don't know anything.
There's like so much drama in the slap fighting world as like a whole sport. You know what I'm saying? Not even just power slap, but like slap fight championship, and etc. It's just like high school drama. Gonna light this joint again because of it. Damn it.
Well, as far as how I see this going, Sheena's massive.
She's huge.
She's huge. Like, we're talking like bodybuilder huge. She's absolutely massive. And I know Jackie, I think, was an MMA fighter as well. She's taking punches, she's taking knees and elbows, but it's not the same thing. We're trying to block those, trying to move away.
It's totally different when you go out there and put your fucking hands behind your back and you do nothing.
Right. And
it's not
sure
nothing. Does she know not to do nothing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't not do nothing, bro. Like, that's another thing. People think we just
what do you do
just
though?
Stand there.
So what do you do then? Because like for me,
you gotta brace in some way with because if you don't I almost got knocked the fuck out in my first fight because I just stood there, limp noodle neck, shoulders down, just whatever hit me, and then
I like to
to
explain it like car accident. Like imagine you distracted and look up and you're about to rear end somebody. That last second, that's car accident. You brace everything up and you get ready.
Like an airbag.
No, not like an airbag.
Your face like an airbag. Yeah.
That fool is so fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because a lot of people out there think it's just there's no defense, there's no skill. It's just
there's a very fine line though, between the doing nothing and doing something. You don't want to do too much. You can't stand there and flex out as hard as you possibly can, but you also don't want to stand there and not flex anything. There's a very there's a happy medium. There is a gray area, and that's where you want to be.
That's a lot harder than it. I guess you got to make it look. All right, let's keep it moving. We have the heavyweight fight between Dorian Perez and Brian Ellis. Perez minus 175 to come back on Ellis plus 145. Babyface, who do you got?
This one I am kind of I'm going Dorian on this one. I'm thinking just because of the experience and the tenacity that he brings to the table. I mean, Brian's fierce competitor, yeah, for sure. He's got a powerful strike, but I don't think we've seen Dorian up there, talking shit while he's bleeding, eye bruised. He doesn't care. He's not going down. Yeah. He's not going down. He doesn't care, So I think Dorian outlasts just because of the chin factor here.
Amir, comeback kid, who do you got?
So I was in the house with Brian, and I watched his match with fucking Miles Jackson, and he put that boy 2 seats back behind where Dana was sitting. It was fucking ridiculous. But if he does get some kind of a crazy slap on Dorian, he's gonna step again. In some other exactly. That shit was crazy.
That leg was floating. You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker was moonwalking up there. You feel me? But like Blackburn said, Dorian's got the experience and he's got the chin. Dwayne he was hitting him with the kitchen sink, the whole fucking floor pan of the house, boy, and he was just fucking standing there taking it. Sponging it up. It was absolute masterclass to watch.
Impressive.
So,
very impressive.
I think no matter how it shakes out, I think Dorian's going to take it home for sure. But
like both of them, that match was legendary.
Yeah, that's got fucking Fight of the Night written all over it.
Fields, who you got?
So I'm going with my boy, disturbing the peace. You cannot he's the last of a dying breed, the last urban cowboy that exists. He's really about it. He's really here to prove that he is who he says he is, and he's not playing any games. He's here to walk through whatever.
That's the best.
And I'm not discounting Brian Ellis in any way, but I know who Dorian is, and Dorian is exactly who he tells you he is, and that's what he's going to do. I think if piggybacking off what Amir said if Brian does get a really big slap, I think he steps, but I don't think he sleeps Dorian in any shape or the form. Like, I think even if Dorian steps back, which unlikely, I think Dorian comes out with the win, whether it's by KO or whether it's by decision, as Dorian.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you guys. I actually rewatched the Dorian matchup with Cresta. I mean, that shit was legendary. That was legendary.
That was a legendary match, a classic match.
Right, like if you were to what power slap match should I watch? To get into the sport, I think that's one of those kind of matches that you put on for your friend. It was back 100%. And forth. These two went to war. They took insane damage, and neither one of them really flinched. Well, actually, some of them did flinch. Let's just put that out there. They did flinch, but none of them got sat down. They weren't wobbled, and I think Dorian has the chin to withstand anything that Brian Ellis throws at him. And I think Dorian's got some insane power that I don't think
power
that Brian has really seen yet in the sport. You know what I mean?
At the same time, though, if Brian has worked on his form and worked on his slap, Dorian might have a little bit of a problem, but I still see him pulling it out no matter what.
So is he going to go left or right-handed? Because he's ambidextrous.
I was talking to him after that. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just stick to my left. I'm gonna stick to my left." I was like, "Okay, let's go."
That's kind of cool, though. Like, do you see there being any type of advantage being able to slap with both hands, going one and then the other? Do you see that being any type of advantage?
Me personally, I'd rather have all the damage in the same spot. Weaken that one spot, and then when I fucking dial it in and hit you on the butt, and you only got like 4 health left, and I'm just cracking you dead. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Keep it moving. We have a heavyweight matchup between Nate Bernard and Ryan Phillips. This is, I think it's a good one. I think it should be a good one. But, Amir, let's start with you. Who do you got in this one?
I think, this one is also fight of the night contender for sure. Ryan's got that fucking chin, but Nate's got that power. Nate's got that dog in him, but Ryan's the fucking underdog. This is going to be a crazy fight. I don't even want to pick one, but I think it's going to be a clean match. They're not going to flinch. They're not going to club. I don't know. It's going to be I think it'll be like split decision probably.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Blackburn, who do you got?
This one is so hard to pick because, a lot of us are really close with Ryan being the number one coach. And I think he gets the decision here. I think he's a showman, and he's going to show us something tonight or tomorrow night.
That's kind of what I was leaning towards, but I think it's going to be super close. Like, they're going to keep it way too clean, and it's going to be the showmanship that gets it for him, I think.
Fields, who you got?
I think Nate has the coin toss, so I think, in my opinion, if Nate doesn't sleep Ryan first hit, Ryan goes all 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if Ryan goes all 3 rounds, because we've seen Ryan has a chin, and he'll eat it and look at you and just be like, whatever, let's go, your turn. So I think if he withstands Nate the way he's withstood everything else that's been thrown at him, I think he wins this by decision.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's shown that he's a dog. He's shown he'll put in the work. Like, my man will come in and fight whoever, whenever. He fought Dwayne Crespo with his offhand because he had a torn bicep, but he knew Dwayne had prepped for that fight, so he came and fought anyways, knowing he wasn't going to win. So that's champ shit in my book. I think if Ryan wins this, he deserves to be one of the top 2, if not number 1 contender, the next for the belt. Or when Ryan wins this by decision, I think it'll be him and DTP for a number 1 contender spot to go after the belt.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's hard to pick. I know, like, Nate has really got some insane power, but Ryan does too. You know, he's got insane power as well. He's got a chin on him. He's weathered the storms against a lot of great competitors.
Yeah.
He's got a plethora of experience.
I mean, Ryan's given a lot of us guys that came in after him, even guys that came in around the same time as him, like he's been try this. This exercise will help with shoulder soreness from overtraining and stuff like that. Ryan is one of the biggest helps in this and doesn't ask for anything in return.
Right. He was fucking calling me every morning, fucking waking me up every morning, telling me to go to the gym, telling me what to do, like basically showing me, training me for my second match when I was going up against Joe. Like he helped me basically build my slap from the ground up so I had one, in a sense. He's the best coach that Power Slap has ever seen.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. I'm not gonna front. So I'm really hoping he gets it done. And then if we're looking at the odds, right, -290 on one side, +230 on Ryan's side.
Yeah,
I think there's too much value on Ryan for not take the side there. You're not gonna like $290 to win $100 on a fight that's gonna be very close if Nate doesn't get the KO in round 1.
Yeah, but man, I don't know. I think pressure is going to be a factor in it too. A lot of pressure walking up there, new spot, new environment.
Durango is what's going to have how many? What 600 people in?
Yeah, there's going to be a huge crowd this time, so we'll see if that plays a factor into a slap. Like if he doesn't hit Ryan clean and sleep him, which nobody's ever seen that. We barely even seen him wobble. Then it's going to be a tough fucking decision. But I think Ryan's going to get like a close decision or a split decision.
I'm looking forward to that one, like big time.
Yeah, me too.
That's going to be back and forth. All right, let's go with the prelims. We have the super heavyweight match between Danny Van Heerden and Makini Manu. All right. Blackburn, who do you got in this one? Right now, Van Heerden -220 in the comeback on McKinney +180.
I'm thinking decision. Danny by decision. They both proved some damn good heart during the season. Both of them been jabbing at each other on the videos and stuff. They've been doing videos in Vegas. All the super heavyweights sat down at the Durango and had a bunch of food from the resort, and they did a whole reel on it. It's really funny. But so they get along, but they're still trash talking each other. At the podcast last night, they were trash talking each other. I'm sure they'll do it again tonight if they're there, but I think Danny just being the bigger guy here, and he's taller. I think that plays a huge factor. I think he's just gonna edge him out.
Amir, who do you got?
Also the fact that Danny has combat experience in every fucking style of fighting ever. Are you kidding me? So I don't think McKinney is ready for the power and the endurance that Danny's going to bring, minus that little mental edge that he brings with him to the table. I think he's going to pull it out. Round 2, round 3 knockout for sure. I don't think it's going to go the distance. I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's way too much power for McKinney.
Andrew, who do you get?
430 pounds though, man. That's a big dude.
Yeah, but he carries his weight so well for a big dude with that experience in every fucking style, you know what I'm saying? That's got to play some kind of a fucking factor in the slap, dude. You see what he did to Cody Vallow?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Slept him. And then he just stood there like I didn't even do nothing.
No, I didn't even try to do that.
That's true. He's like, dang, why is he going
down?
Like
Danny's hands, man. That man's got frying pans for hands. Those are cast iron skillets getting thrown at you. Those are not hands.
I'm surprised you even know what one of those are.
Anyway, ignorance aside. I think Danny's got this by either first or second round KO. We've seen he has an absolute insane power for the super heavies. Like, no disrespect to any of the super heavies, but there's not a lot of athleticism in that division. These guys are just big, and
that's a good way to put it too. That's a good way to put it.
There's not very many athletic super heavies. I think we have a select few, and the Crazy Hawaiian and his brother being two of them, and that's just because they've been doing this. They know how it needs to be thrown, and I think Danny coming in, he's going to be a great addition to the super heavyweights.
Right. Like fucking those
McKinney
boys,
played
like
in the
you said.
NFL.
Right. But, man, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I have to side with Danny here as well. I just think, like you said, plethora of combat sports experience. He's bigger of the two. I feel like that plethora of experience is really going to help him land a cleaner shot than I think McKinney will. And I think Danny was a lot better on the show than McKinney was as well. I think McKinney, he got there, but I think he just didn't face anyone that could beat him. And I think Danny's somebody that could beat him. You know what I mean? He didn't impress me too much. I like him, like as a person. You know, he's a super humble guy, great backstory and everything. But I think he's kind of met his match here with Danny, unfortunately.
Well, that's what we're here for, you know. That's why we have these contests.
It's true.
To find out
who's better, who can take it, and who cannot.
Yeah, it's all about testing yourself and pushing yourself to the limit and finding the limit and going past it and powering through when your brain's telling you, hey, sit down, you know, you're hurt. No, you got to power through and just get up and go out there anyway and be like, no, I'm good. Let's do this, and still deliver bombs. Like,
well said.
It's a whole different thing. Like, you got to be ready and just set up to do this.
Before we keep it rolling, I had a question. Like, after these events, have you guys had anything wrong? Let's say just wrong with you from taking these hits, like anything that's happened outside, or is it just like you get hit and there's nothing else afterwards? You know
I'll put it to you like this. I'll put it to you like this. They would know by the time we walk from getting our hand raised to the time we get off the steps if we need to go to the hospital or not. From then on, we get tested, whatever. If we're good, we go back to the hotel. We're smoking weed in the lobby.
You guys are crazy. Yeah, because I was always wondering, like, is there any like lingering injuries or things of that nature from taking these shots?
I mean, sometimes I forget stuff, but it's whatever. I don't need to remember
that's
nothing.
Just you, bro.
I don't need to remember nothing.
No, I mean, no, not really anything. Like, you might have a headache for a couple of days afterwards, but that comes with getting blasted in the head 3 times. Like, you're gonna have a headache. It's gonna hurt. Like, your face is gonna feel tight the next day, just from it's like a road rash kind of thing. Is the only way I can explain it is what it feels like just from another man rubbing your face super hard. So, I mean, other than that, no, except for if you get your nose broke, I mean, there's a little bit of issues there, but like nothing serious, no one's having trouble sleeping, like no consistent headaches. Like, and if you do, like, they urge you to, as soon as you notice anything like that, get in touch with them so they can get you checked out, because they take our health and safety very serious, especially with the type of sport this is, because there is no defense other than just bracing you. You have to stand there and let a man hit you. You can't dodge back away from it. You can't counter strike. There's nothing else to it. So they take it very serious.
I was thinking about calling Erica and tell her I have a cold and seeing what they could do for me.
I think I got a cold because I got hit that one time.
There's some Mucinex.
All right, let's keep it moving. We have a middleweight match between Wesley Drain and Garrett Grimes. I believe it's Grimes. Right now, minus 225 on Drain. The comeback on Grimes, plus 185. Andrew, who do you got in this one?
I think this one actually could be very close. I don't remember who has the toss. I think Wesley has the toss, and we've seen Wesley prove time and time again he has a serious amount of power.
He ain't got no power. He just hits fucking clean.
But we've also seen Garrett show that he has a pretty serious chin. Like, he got a little wobbled at one time, but he ate it and he showed back up, and I think it's going to be interesting to see him actually get tested against somebody like Wesley. And we know Wesley's got a pretty decent chin on him, but I know Garrett hits pretty hard. So this one's going to be awesome. It's going to be a test of who can actually pull this one out. I think it probably goes to decision. And I think if it goes to decision, it'll come down to who hits cleaner. If they don't get any fouls, I think this one could possibly be a draw.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Amir, who do you got in this one?
So I fought Wesley.
That's bold, a draw.
That's very bold of you. So Wesley doesn't really have the power that everybody thinks he does. He just hits clean, and he was just able to spin me around and get me disoriented, and that's why I couldn't get up in time. But he really doesn't have a chin like that either. John Davis hit him with a fucking swing that you could have bought out of a Cracker Jack box and wobbled him. So I think if Garrett hits him with a fucking good one, it could wobble him, maybe set him down. But I do know Wesley will hit him fucking clean on the button every time. But he does have a chin, Garrett. So I think Wesley gets it by decision.
All right. Babyface, who you got?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think Wes by decision. I think he's definitely got power. I don't know why you think he doesn't have power. He's got power.
He's got some, but he doesn't have power like out of this fucking world power. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but it's enough to fucking hit you. And he's gonna hit Garrett, like you said, on the money.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens if he ends up, when we've seen him wobbled, he's grabbing the table and leaning on it, and he's usually pretty decently all right. So he should pass the step test. You know what I'm saying? If he does get cracked pretty good, Garrett's got a good slap on him, so he should see some power from him. We'll see if it'll be clean. Garrett's got to be as clean as Wes for this fight to go in his favor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Wesley wins this by decision.
Yes, I'm kind of have to side with you guys. I think the experience and the, just being able to go out there and really take a hit as good as he does, I'll take Wesley. But this is one of the ones I was kind of on the fence about. So I think both of them are very evenly matched. I don't like the line on Wesley at minus 225. I think it should be
a little weird.
Yeah, I think it should be a little bit closer. Maybe closer, how like Dorian Perez at minus 175 and Ellis at plus 145. I kind of see that. So there is value on Grimes here, but I think Drain just kind of edges him out just a little bit on the scorecards.
Yeah, just like the experience alone, like who he's win against. Wesley's always win against the top guys. John, Azael, me. He's always went against the number 2, number 3. You know
Manny.
what I'm saying? Manny. So, yeah. Wesley's got that one in the bag somehow. I don't know. I don't know about a knockout. Somebody might get sat down, but I don't know about a knockout. Garrett's like that recovery that Garrett had last time where he touched the toes or whatever. I thought that was pretty crazy.
Risky too.
Risky.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was nuts. But all right, let's keep it moving. We have a light heavyweight match between Garrett Blakesley and TJ Thomas. Right now, Garrett is a slight favorite, minus 120 in the comeback on Thomas, minus 110.
Do you know who got the coin toss on that one?
I don't. Does anybody else know?
I think TJ, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
that's one. I feel like that's one we need to know who got the coin toss on to make an informed decision there.
Yeah, I don't know actually. To be honest with you, I don't even know where you guys are getting the information on coin tosses. So I don't even know going in. I'm just breaking it down from what I've been watching.
Right.
So, Babyface, knock it out of the park for us.
I'm thinking. So, the experience here. Garrett's got the season 2 experience. TJ has 1 fight, and then he had some time off. So this is his return. So technically Garrett's newer, but has more fights under his belt when it comes to being up there on the stage and whatnot. This one, Garrett's really got a chin on him.
It's a pick him for a reason.
It's you know, like we kind of don't know. TJ's never taken a slap on stage yet, so we really don't know his chin. There's no evidence that it's there. You know, I'm sure he's got some grit to him, and he's one of the older competitors as well. He's got kids and whatnot. You know, Garrett's a new father, so he's
got
a little
everything
younger.
to fight for.
I think experience, like age experience, plays a big factor in this sport.
Right.
So I'm gonna go TJ on this one.
One thing I want to add to that, both of them are light heavyweight. Did you see the difference in the body composition in both of them? Like,
TJ's huge.
Yeah, TJ is a 205er, and Surfer Boy weighs 205 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, someone's cutting weight, and the other one's not.
Yeah, I think TJ is gonna get that one in the early rounds for sure.
Feels who you got?
I think this is going to be a really good one. I'm pretty sure TJ got the toss, and I mean we saw 2 knockouts from Blakely in this past season. The first one, you know, it was kind of very close to being a club in my opinion, but you know, like I'm not an official. I don't call the fights. So and then his second one, it was there was a second round knockout against Cody. So I mean that one was a good fight. We saw him take a pretty hard slap from Cody. It was nice, right where it needed to be, and he took it. We haven't seen TJ take a slap like Babyface had said, but we also saw TJ deliver a devastating knockout.
Right, ended that man's career.
Yeah, it was clean. There was no step. There was no club. It was what you want from a slap.
Like blueprint.
That was the best it could have possibly been. So I think this fight, Blakesley eats one. Then if TJ can eat Blakesley's, because we haven't seen him get hit yet, I think TJ gets this by decision. Or either second round knockout.
Okay.
This is a tough one. I mean, like I like Garrett and you know, and how he did in the house, but like you guys said, TJ is huge. I saw like I was thinking about it like when I was watching TJ for like the first time, because like I said, I had to do my research before doing the show.
Gorilla.
I was like, how are these guys in the same weight class? Like Garrett looks like he should probably be at middleweight, whereas like TJ looks like a heavyweight compared to him. I mean, this is a big weight difference. So like you guys said, TJ's not taken a slap before, so it really is going to boil down to if he can take it. If he can take it, I think he could probably get a knockout.
We also can't discount the fact that TJ is part of Gorilla Smack System. So even like since he runs his first slap, like he's where we got Garrett Grimes. Like they train together. Slambo trains with them. Like TJ's been doing this, and what's his name? The dude that is the chef. He trains with them. I forget his name right now. And I'm so sorry, bro.
Colton Cole.
But like he's building. Like they've built a little team out there, and I think TJ probably like he's been talking to everybody and working on his slap this entire time. So I think it'll be awesome to see what he's developed in his time off, because he hasn't stopped working the entire time.
That's interesting. And look at him. He's only on minus, 110 underdog. So, I mean, there is some money to be made if you think he's going to get the job done. All right. Moving on, we got a light heavyweight match between Delvin Hamlet and Vernon Cathy, I believe. Right now, Hamlet minus 155 to come back on. Cathy plus 125.
Jesus.
Field, who do you got?
I don't know. I mean, what we saw from Delvin on the show was kind of, you could tell he's new. He's got a lot to learn. I think he's got a lot of potential in this sport. I think this fight with Vern can be, we can see if he's been working to clean up his strikes and stuff, because they were kind of sloppy, in my opinion. But we've also seen Vern does have very clean, very powerful strikes.
I
So
wouldn't
if
say
Vern's
clean.
chin can withstand Delvin, then I think Vern can pull this one off.
Amir, what were you saying? Who do you got?
I wouldn't say clean. So I got that slap from Vern, the greatest slap of all time or whatever. He knocked me out, but he stepped in the meantime. So the fight after that against AJ, he fucking stepped in that one too. And if you watch back the fight where he knocked out Devin, he stepped in that one too. Vern's got a stepping problem. His slap is amazing, but he just fucking steps every time. If he keeps it clean and like he said, fucking if he eats one, then he's gonna knock dude out. Like Delvin's never fucking felt something like this in his life, and Vern is gonna put this man on the fucking moon. I think this one should be like a crazy hot pick'em or something.
Really?
For sure.
Like coin toss wins that one, in my mind, because Vern doesn't have no chin.
Who got the coin toss?
I'm pretty sure Delvin did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Delvin does have the coin toss.
But I was gonna say in the show, like Fields was saying, Delvin really doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like he's super new to this, and Vern's seasoned veteran, but at this point, you know what I'm saying. I do think if Delvin knocks out Vern, though, Vern's getting his ass cut.
Yeah. Well, Babyface, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Vern knockout on this one.
I hope, dude. I hope so. Vern needs this one, bro. He needs this one.
Do you think the age is going to play a factor, though? Because Vern he's up there in age. Is he not 38, 39?
That's what
he was like 54.
He's 54?
No.
No.
Come on, dude.
I was like, what? I was like, what?
No, he's not that.
I think he's like 37, 38.
Okay, but you don't think age plays a factor in something like this?
I think it may like people are gonna have the argument that he doesn't have a chin because of his age.
I mean, I don't know. Delvin's like early 30s, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a huge factor. I think after a certain age, once you get that old man strength, I mean that plays a little bit of a factor into a few of these guys' slaps. I'm still waiting on bolts and everything.
And Vern's like a Highlander Games competitor and all that shit. So that just literally is perfect for the sport.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of rotational movements that you do in those type of events that translate very well to this sport.
Right. AJ does
just like,
that, boy.
Honestly, in my opinion, if anyone had played baseball, thrown discus, those same type of rotational hip movements and shoulder extensions will play very well into the sport.
That's interesting. Because like I was thinking Delvin would have the advantage in the power department and the youth department that would help him overcome Vern, but now you guys are kind of making me second guess what
Vern just knows how to shut people off. Every motherfucking time he lays hands on somebody, they go to sleep. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where. At the Durango, if he gets to slap Delvin, he's going to sleep for a long time.
It's true. Like you guys said, Delvin really hasn't been hit like he's going to get hit, against Vern if he doesn't get the first round knockout. So that's going to be interesting to see. So, let's keep it moving. We have, I don't know what the...
Wait, did you guys hear that fucking Delvin's like, he like missed weight by a fuckload, so they moved it to a heavyweight?
Really?
Yeah, he was like 12 pounds over when they weighed him.
No, way more than that.
He missed by more than 12 pounds?
Yeah. And
I think Delvin was like 217, and then Vern weighed in at like 214. And it's a catch weight. I'm pretty sure, and just by the weight difference, I'm pretty sure Delvin's the one that was going to miss, so it seems like Vern is take the fight.
That's wild.
I'm just glad they didn't still expect Vern to weigh in at 205 and fight someone that was going to miss weight. At least they gave him the courtesy of being allowed to eat. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Vern's just showing you, like, he's got heart in this. Like, I guarantee he'll come out with the win just because Vern's the type. He did Amir the way he did Amir because he was pissed that they brought in some random-ass kid to fight him when he was like, they're trying to fucking disrespect me. And Vern does not take politely to that shit at all. So I think Vern is going to turn up.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna key in on that one because like that could be money to be made at plus 125. You know, especially given the fact that Delvin missed weight terribly, meaning that he had a bad weight cut to begin with, or he just or he decided like fuck it, I'm not cutting any more weight. You know what I mean? Which is, I don't know. We don't really know the backstory as to why he couldn't make the weight.
I mean, there's a certain point where you know you're not going to make it anyways.
Right. That's true.
I mean, because I don't know about the rest of these guys, but when I'm cutting, I check my weight religiously. Like, we're going to the sauna. We'll be in there for an hour. Hey, I'm going to go check my weight. I'm going to go towel off.
I check when I need to. When I'm done working out is when I need to check. Then I'm on weight and I'm good.
I'm talking about cutting like in Vegas or cutting like before. Like, you got to like just a daily check, but like, you know when you're going to miss. Like,
oh, yeah. You just can't be dumb about it.
Yeah.
Well, Delvin sure definitely just didn't give a fuck because if you're missing, if you're weighing in at 205 and you're at 217, that means you just didn't give a fuck at that point.
Very
unprofessional. Like, what the fuck?
You just didn't because I've seen it happen in UFC a lot, but like we're talking like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, not fucking 12 pounds.
Yeah, they're not missing by 12 pounds.
Like you're getting cut for that shit. Like in the UFC, you're getting cut for missing by 10 pounds. You're not ever seeing this octagon ever again, ever. Yeah. You know, but I think in this case, you know, Powerstop's still very new, and they don't want to lose a fight on the fight card, so they're kind of like, "Fuck it, let's keep it going anyways." As long as they agree to it.
Right. I'm pretty sure they gave Vern the option to okay it and take some of his purse.
Probably.
So
I mean, 12 pounds, man. You gotta take like 90% of that shit. That's fucking ridiculous.
I think it's like 30.
Like Delvin should be fighting for free at this point.
So like no matter how it goes, he's got to give Vern 30% of his money.
Yeah, I mean,
no, they made it a heavyweight bout, you guys.
Yeah, but I mean, the same thing happens with the UFC. They make it a catchweight bout, but you still get fined 20 or 30% depending on how much you miss.
I was about to say, if Delvin has a contract, that's in the contract. If you miss weight, there's a fine. It doesn't matter what they switch it to.
I got you.
Yeah, because I mean, there has to be a penalty for you for missing weight.
Yeah,
especially missing weight by like 12 pounds, which is insanity. But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
You could have at least gotten to the point where you could use the curtain, like. Yeah, there's a few of us like we've had to use the curtain, but like we made our fucking weight because like that's what like it's professional. Like if you're gonna be professional, like even using the curtain, like a lot of us were like, damn, I had to use the curtain, and then we tightened up. Like I showed up to Vegas last time 2 pounds under, and we went and ate. Like we made champ weight last time. Like like if you're really gonna do this shit, you got to take it seriously and you got to do it healthily.
Well, you even look at Debo. I mean, Debo made weight not healthily at all, but he made the weight. He at least fucking, you know, he made that shit. He did
the shit. He did the damn thing. And another thing, like everybody wants to come at Debo for cutting and like fucking up and accidentally almost hurting himself. You got to realize there's like, hell, I cut weight 4 times in 1 year. Amir cut 20 pounds in less than 24 hours. Debo's cut weight 6 times because he cut weight 6 days after that. So like their UFC fighters don't do that. They take 12, 13 weeks out and start dropping weight. There's a lot of us like we get sometimes 24 hours notice to drop 20 pounds and we do it. It's a lot different than any other sport.
Yeah,
especially when people who never cut weight go from never having to cut weight before to cutting weight 4 or 5 times in 1 year, and only one person is fucked up and like still got better and healthy and fought a week later. Like you got to give credit where it's due.
No, absolutely. I mean, you won't.
But that's why when people are missing weight, it's kind of disrespectful, in my opinion, especially to the people that have almost hurt themselves making weight. Like it's kind of ridiculousness. Needs to be a higher standard of professionalism held. This isn't some backyard amateur circuit. This is the big time. This is the big show.
Especially for someone like Delvin who had enough time to get his weight down. So, I mean, we don't know why he wasn't able to make the weight. It could be a plethora of reasons, but at the end of the day, you have a contract. Your contract says 205, not 217. So here we are. But neither here nor there. Let's keep it moving. On the early prelims, we have a fight in the heavyweight division between Dwayne Crespo at -135 and Logan Greenlaw, I think, at +105. Fields, who you got in this one?
I gotta go with my boy Crespo on this one. Greenlee's he's shown that he's a little bit impressive in the show, but I don't think they really had him fight anybody really. Like you can slap Bob all day, and you can say you won, but at the end of the day, I mean, were you really hitting anybody that could take it? So I think Crespo is going to be a real challenge. And I don't know who got the coin toss on this one, but either way, I don't see Logan doing any kind of real damage to Dwayne. Like Dwayne's fought like Dorian Perez, like one of the greatest fights we've seen in this sport. Hell, when they called it against Nate Bernard, I thought it was kind of questionable. He was still there. He was still up. I mean, he was doing what Dwayne does. He was complaining about being clubbed, even though it was a clean shot. So I know for a fact Dwayne was still there mentally if he was complaining about clubbing. So I think in this one, Dwayne's going to take it by knockout, possibly first round, maybe second round, but Dwayne all day.
Love it. All right, Amir, who do you got?
I think Dwayne's taking it home. Might be the early rounds, might be by decision, but I don't see fucking this new guy getting him at all. Like Fields said, he wasn't really tested in the house. He's kind of a weird fucking guy. I'm not trying to harp on him or anything, but that's the kind of guy that fucking eats a whole bottle of ranch on one slice of pizza. So ain't no fucking way he's gonna beat Dwayne.
You're a fool.
Great analysis. I love it. All right,
Man,
Babyface,
you guys think I'm joking, but I'm being dead serious. He went through 5 bottles in 4 days. Dude's crazy. He's a man. Yeah, honest to God. Strike me dead if I'm lying.
Drinking it?
Basically.
You might as well at that point, bro. You want some pizza with that ranch? Jesus Christ.
Eating it on everything you can imagine, bro. Fruit, eggs, toast with jelly. Dude's a fucking cornball.
That's fucking wild.
Right.
All right, Babyface, who do you got?
I'm going Iron Giant on this one too. Like they guys said, his chin is one of the top in the game. He's only been knocked down by the Bell. So, and I just don't see Logan hanging with him at all. He's got too much bringing to the table, too much experience, too much chin. She's gonna grit this one out and win.
Mm-hmm.
My boy over here, Jeffy, saying he's asking he drinks ranch.
Drinks ranch.
May God strike me dead if I'm lying.
And then he's like, dude needs a ranch sponsorship.
Yeah, Hidden Valley hit that boy up.
I was about to say, this shit's nasty as hell, man. Had me fucking.
Dude, I like ranch, and that's turning my stomach, bro.
All right. Had me feeling funny. I didn't even want to eat.
I mean, I know Anthony has this weird aversion to ranch. He hates it with a passion, but that even makes me not want ranch no more, bro.
That's sickening. As far as this match goes, I have to refer back to the Crespo Perez slobber knocker of a matchup. I just can't see how any way, shape, or form that Logan can go through that type of match with Dwayne Crespo. I just don't see it. We've not seen him go through it, and I don't think he can go through with it. Crespo has an insane amount of experience compared to Logan. He's never faced the adversity that he's going to have to face in this matchup. Give me Dwayne Crespo. I can't believe he's only -135 against a newcomer like Logan. I think this is a really good spot here against somebody that's been in there with the best of the best, faced the best of the best, taking the best shots from some of the best slappers out there. Give me Dwayne Crespo. I think it's a no-brainer, honestly. All right. Keeping it moving, we have a welterweight matchup between Zach Zane and Cole Young. Right now, Zane -155 to come back on Young, +125. Babyface, who you got in this one?
I think this one definitely goes the distance. These guys are pretty fired up at the face-offs, like pushing heads like battering rams, and had a few words.
Like medieval times type deal.
They were getting after it a little bit. Definitely the most heated face-off in the whole thing, I would say. So I'm going Cole on this one. Decision.
Fields, who you got?
I got Young on this one. I think it goes the distance as well. We've seen, because honestly, I don't necessarily like the way Zach won his fights in the house, because his first match, he won that one because Federico kept stepping, and that's the only reason, in my opinion. I think Federico had cleaner slaps and was eating them pretty well. And as far as his fight with Debo, I thought Debo was cracking him pretty hard and pretty clean, and Buddy somehow didn't get a point taken for flinching twice, which, as someone that's been disqualified for flinching, I thought that was pretty BS in my opinion, but I digress. And then those shots were not the cleanest, so in my opinion, he shouldn't be the one that's fighting on the card. Debo should, but I know he has a chin because, like I said, I know Debo was cracking him, and he was still there. He was still coherent. But I know Cole Young has a chin. We've seen it. He's fought Blackburn, and Blackburn hits pretty damn hard. I know that for a fact. And we've seen him against No Love, and we all know No Love hits pretty hard. No Love is going for the belt tomorrow, so he's fought top contenders. We know he has a chin. I think if he's cleaned up his slaps and been working, which I know he has, then I think he gets this by decision.
Amir, who do you
unanimously?
I think somebody's going to get disqualified. I think it's going to be absolute fucking foul fest. But I do see Cole pulling it off. I want Cole to win just because how fucking Zach questionably won his fights in the house and shit. Like, robbed Debo of a win. Like homie was saying, fucking Debo should be fighting instead of Zach Zane. But I want Cole to pull this one off. But they're both not the cleanest fighters in the game. Cole's fucking slap is all over the place. He hits people in the eye and all kinds of crazy shit. And then Zach just flinches and doesn't even know where to hit people. And yeah, it's like not even a slap match when he goes up there. So I think Cole's going to win it either way, but probably going to be like disqualification on Zach.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I personally want, Cole to win because I thought Debo, like you said, was robbed. Because I was trying to figure out, what are the rules here if Debo didn't win that? Because, if we're going by, just clean strikes, not fouling, doing the most damage, which is what I'm assuming the scoring criteria is, Debo would have won that match. Am I wrong? I don't get it.
Yeah.
No, we were there live.
Kind of what
when you heard everyone going, what? That was us in the crowd confused as well.
Oh, really?
Because I was watching it backstage and I was like, what the fuck just happened? It was crazy to me.
I thought it was
clean. Definitely controversial.
Yeah, but in this matchup, personally, I think Zach Zane might just do enough to win. He's already bullshitted his way through 2 other matches. I would not be surprised if we see him bullshit his way through another match where it's just going to be relatively close and they just give it to the Hawaiian. They give it to Zach Zane. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to say that, But yeah, that could be a reason.
You know what I mean? I just when I watch MMA a lot, so the judging is just all over the fucking place. So I can understand how it's going to be just the same in this type of sport where you still don't have a legitimacy in terms of the scoring criteria, and these judges are literally just going to go with whatever the fuck they feel like, just like they do in MMA. So, and I just feel like Cole may just get the shit end of the stick, just like Debo got the shit end of the stick as well. So, but hopefully Cole pulls it off. But I personally think Zach Zane probably gets a close split decision again, some way, somehow. Who knows?
Yeah.
In the next fight, we have a middleweight matchup between Brandon Bordeaux and Eddie Brahimir.
Brahimir.
Brahimir. Okay. This is actually, I'm actually looking forward to this because I think they had a really good match on the show. I think it's going to be a really good match here. Two dudes just going back and forth. But Amir, let's start with you. Who do you got in this one?
I personally think this is America, motherfucker. Personally, so having went against Eddie, that's the time that I had to cut all that weight in the day and a half or whatever. Fucking he just hits really clean as well. He honestly doesn't have nearly as much power as like Wesley or any of the other guys I faced. But if Brandon's been working on his chin, I think he fucking edges it out in a decision again.
Andrew, who do you got?
Piggybacking off what Amir said, I don't think Eddie really has much power from what I've seen, and just from his match with Brandon, we've seen, he doesn't wear his pain well. He doesn't hide it well. You can see in his face, he gets hit and it hurts. And that's another thing that the judges are scoring on. They're scoring on how well do you receive the slap, how well can you take the slap, and that your facial expression. If you show, ow, that really hurt, like these guys that start grabbing the side of their face, that shows that affected you a lot more than if you step back and you look at the motherfucker and you smile and you go, good one, and then you get back in the box. So I think just from that fact, I think it goes the distance and Brandon pulls it out again just because Eddie doesn't know how to wear his pain in this, and he's got pretty soft hands. Big for nothing, in my opinion.
Blackburn, who do you got?
I got to go with my Michigan boy, Brandon. These guys are, both massive, fucking bodybuilding looking motherfuckers. They're huge, jacked. I know Brandon has his own butcher business, so he's ripping apart beef and pig, and he's doing man shit. He's working hard. He's definitely hit the gym very, very fucking hard since the show. And I'm sure Eddie has been in the gym as well, working very hard.
Eddie just got a tattoo that looks like all
They're
Eddie's
both just jacked, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a war. Now it's going to come down to, like Andrew said, who wears it better, who reacts better, who's delivering the full power in their slap and really just connecting well. This is going to be a war, but I'm going with Brandon on this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys too. I think this is going to be a really good matchup. Like I said, I'm very looking forward to it because the first time they fought and it was good, but I feel like these two have gotten a lot of experience since then, and by just being able to drill it and get more time in, I feel like we're going to see better versions of both of them, and I think it's going to come out to be an even better matchup than the first time. But I have to go with Brandon here. I think a slight underdog price here, plus 100. So it's going to be a very evenly matched fight. I think he takes it and edges it out on scorecards yet again. All right. Last but not least, we have the curtain jerker, the fight that kicks off the prelims. Robert Trujillo taking on Dallas. I think Marone. I don't know. Marin.
Yeah, there you go.
Aaron. Right now, Trujillo is the biggest favorite on the card. Massive, minus 455 favorite. And the comeback on Marin is plus 355. Amir, let's start with you. Who do you got?
I do know that Robert is just that one-hitter quitter. He can eat one really well. I don't really think he's been tested about it by anyone that's got a nice fucking slap on him, though. But do we know if this other fella has one? That's kind of the question. And do we know who won the toss on that?
Robert.
Good fucking night. It's over. Good fucking night. Good night, Irene.
Damn. Andrew, I guess we'll go. Who do you got?
We've seen Robert deliver knockouts. We've seen Robert take hits, and the other guy quit because he hurt his hand.
Yeah,
just like we've seen Robert deliver. He is the real deal. He's not here to bullshit. He is here. He runs the lightweight division right now, And we've only seen Dallas do one fight, and he got slept and was seasoned out by the smallest guy that has been on our roster, dude.
Right. So imagine what the biggest, smallest guy on our roster.
Yeah, like so. I think Robert has this one. I think it's first round knockout, and that's just my opinion. Like, and that's not saying Dallas isn't a good guy or whatever, but I think in this sport, like, it doesn't matter. You either have a chin or you don't. And if you're getting knocked out by one of the smallest guys who's not really hitting you all that hard in the first place, then when you get hit by a guy that actually is going to hit you pretty hard and it's going to be just as clean, then I don't think you have much of a chance.
Right. It's like saying if I hit you with a golf club and you go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I get a baseball bat that has nails on it and hit you, and then you go to sleep forever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a fucking mismatch there.
Oof. And Babyface,
Yeah, sure.
let's end it with you. Who do you got?
I understand where you guys are coming from with the mismatch and whatnot. I'm gonna definitely say Trujillo knockout, but I think it's gonna be second round.
You think he's gonna eat one?
Yeah, I think he eats one.
You think so, dude? That would
For sure.
honestly.
So you're
that would
saying
make
you
me
think
happy.
it goes like his last match? You think he eats
Yeah,
one?
I think it goes like his last match. He might get knocked down in the first round and get up. I think he's gonna slap
Get
him.
one.
Robert's
Okay.
gonna eat the fuck out of it and then knock him out.
Okay.
That's a very valid take.
That seems a little more realistic, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
But
a very valid take there.
At the same time, though, Robert has crazy power off of the first slap.
Yeah, he does.
So it's not even. It's going to be off the charts compared to what Homeboy went through last time. He's going to be seasoned out on the first one.
I just hope it doesn't surprise him too much because of the hand speed.
Right.
And,
And Robert's fucking quick with it, dude.
He's got power too. That's fast power.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's hard to take Dallas in this matchup. I mean, I feel like they're feeding him to the wolves, man. What the fuck?
That's
Like,
what it kind of feels like to you. I don't think it's that bad. I think it'll be,
I do, to be honest.
I mean, the one match I saw, Dallas, compete in was not a good look. And then you go again, you look at Robert and look how he's performed.
Flawless victories.
You're like,
flawless
what?
Victories.
You're like, what are we doing here? It looks like a lot of the squash matches that we've seen.
There's no one down
UFC.
there though. Like who else is there for Trujillo to fight? Who else is there? There's no one else down there. There's like 3-4 guys down there.
True.
Oh, really?
They might have more.
I mean, if they have more on standby, they need to start bringing them in and actually having some competition in that division.
We need a lightweight belt.
You do. I definitely.
Fuck it, I'm going down there.
And a women's lightweight belt. Those two things need to happen.
No, we
8 and 9.
need a women's heavyweight division. I'm trying to see like 2 white trash trailer park bitches.
2 big old fat bitches.
Like I need a bitch named Tammy to walk in here with no teeth and be like, I still gotta wear a mouth guard.
That's crazy.
Messed up.
Oh man. Well, that's the entire breakdown. And I appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. I know it was an hour and a half, but we had fun. We shot the shit here. We hashed it out. We broke this fight card down, hoping giving everybody a little bit of inside information on the power slap world and put some money in everybody's pockets. But before I let you guys go,
if anyone wins any money off any of our picks, you owe us all 25%, and you get to keep 25%.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's all of it.
Just saying,
that's
like,
all of it, bro. 25 times 4, that's 100, bro.
Like,
that's
you just give it all to us. You keep nothing.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys. But I don't know if you guys have any sponsors or anything, but I guess you guys can shout out if you need to shout out anybody before you.
I'd like to shout out Babyface and Casper. That's about it, motherfuckers.
I'd like to shout out myself. Follow me on Instagram and everywhere at Uncle Drew Slaps.
Uncle Drew Slaps.
It's just a picture of yours too. You can't miss this ugly face.
I mean, you guys shout yourself while you're here.
Definitely want to say, Garrett, thanks for having us on, man. It's nice to have all the exposure for Power Slap that we can get. So a new podcast picking us up and getting some a little bit of backstory on us and having us on to get some betting advice and picks. Some background on guys.
Traction.
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for. I like I said, I like you guys. I think you guys need to get your names out there. I mean, you guys need more exposure to the sport for you guys as well. And I know you're giving me some insight on the Power Slap board that I have not seen, and as well as some inside information on the fights in itself. So when Power Slap 7 comes back, I would love to you guys come back on, talk a little bit more, and help me out.
Hopefully, we'll be in Vegas next time we're on.
UFC 300.
Hopefully next time. Wait, when? Wait, what?
That's rumors. Could be UFC rumor? 300.
Well, then I'll see you guys there because I will be there.
Fuck yeah.
I will somehow, some way, figure out a way that I will get into a podcast studio in Vegas to get at least one of these live podcasts with you guys on. I will figure it out. It's happening. It's gonna.
We usually set up in a hotel room or something,
Well, I do have some people out there. I'll make some phone calls. We'll get some studio session in. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have a live session. If that's the case, if there's Power Slap on the same weekend as UFC 300, my ticket's booked, so I'm already there, and I'm covering UFC 300. So I'm definitely gonna make sure I'm covering Power Slap while I'm there, and we're definitely getting a podcast session in too. So appreciate you guys
for sure.
So, all right, we're out of here. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys next time.